What's up, everybody? I hope all is well. And this is the Saints mock draft with trades. Yes, with trades after the combine, all that jazz. Whew, this is going to be fun. So, the Saints already have a lot of picks. Obviously, Rams trade up to go to 14. We go back 5 spots to 19. But in return, you get 2 third-rounders, which, by the way, this team did not have. It was like a huge gap. It was like 45 to like 149, and that's like almost 100 picks of players in this really, really deep draft that I really like for this team. Obviously, like I said in my previous videos before about the Saints, you guys really have a good offense. Well, you have the power to have a great offense. I don't know what's going on specifically down there with DA, but just and you can say it's injuries, you can say it's confusion, you can say it's multiple quarterbacks. I don't know what it is with the Saints, but you guys on paper look really hard to beat. And then when I see how y'all play, it's just like, wow. You know what I mean? So, also, by the way, funny thing y'all did against Atlanta, that was hilarious, man. Going for go for a touchdown at the end of the game. That's how you end the season. That was very good. But back to the mock draft. All right. So, first things first, at 19, you were going to work on your offensive line. Amarius Mims, yes, sir. Your edge rushers will be gone by this time, the premier ones. So obviously, of course, we'll talk about that later on in this video. But right now, why not go ahead, get the true offensive tackle that you really want deep down inside that cements everything that you need on the offensive side to me, preferably when it comes to that line. Then, of course, we're going to talk about receivers next as we dive right in to Xavier Leggett. Now, pairing Xavier Leggett with Derek Carr, Jameis Winston, or Taysom Hill, whoever decides to play quarterback in that whole set of options, is a good receiver all around. And I know that a lot of y'all are thinking that Xavier Leggett might go in the first round, late first round. I highly doubt it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think that he will. I think that he's going to fall more towards that second side, that second tier receiver class, especially after, Xavier Worthy running at 4.2. These people have freaking panic attacks when people run anything under a 4.2 and break a record. They think these receivers are going to be so amazing in the NFL. Time and time again, it does not work like that. Just ask John Ross. Just ask Marquise Goodwin. These guys do not pan out. It's not worth trading up your draft. It's not worth going up your draft stock for these guys to get in the first round. It's just, to me, it's not. I'd rather get a player that I know tape don't lie. Tape don't lie. Tape do not lie. So with Xavier Leggett, truth is tape do not lie with him. He is an effective receiver all around. His comp, it's crazy enough, is Deebo Samuels. That's the funny thing about it. Deebo Samuels is his comp. You can use him in anything. Him, and then, of course, the next receiver coming out of South Carolina on top of that, Juice Williams. Juice Williams. He going to be nice, too, coming out. So, they produce. It's a factory going on in South Carolina. But, I was adding him to this offense, though, respectfully, though. Him, A.T. Perry, then adding, having Olave there already, and Snead when he stays. That's just going to be a very hard thing to stop, especially in the NFC South. Next up on top of that at 83, this is the trade picks right now. Jonathan Brooks at running back. I think he complements Kamara exceptionally well in that backfield. And on top of that, Kamara doesn't have to get ran to the ground. You can start using him more as a playoff. Kind of gives you back that old Mark Ingram Kamara days. Y'all remember that when you're Saints fans? Y'all like that, huh? Yeah, that Mark Ingram Kamara days. Could be, Kamara's more of the Mark Ingram now, and Jonathan Brooks is the more of the Kamara in this situation. That would be perfect for you guys, a 2-back system. And, of course, that's how the league is going, but I believe that the Saints were the more premier team that started it first and perfected it before San Fran and all the other teams tried to get a hold of it. So I think that that's perfect for y'all. Then we talked about edge rushers earlier in this draft, right? So at pick 100, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Go ahead and get Marshawn Kneeland out of the University of Western Michigan. I think he is a really good edge rusher. He just went to a small school. Senior Bowl, obviously, he put a lot of players to shame. If you want to see something, it was Tyler Guyton and Morgan he went up against in the Senior Bowl and one-on-ones, and then also obviously in the actual game. He actually held his own. So Marshawn Kneeland really, really about that life, man. Really about that life. And this is where we start to go on the defensive rant for the Saints. So it's Marshawn Kneeland right there at 100. At 149, Johnny Dixon out of Penn State. Corner, once again, once again, he's more of a cover kind of corner. More of he's going to cover your slot. He's got the speed to keep up with, anybody in the NFL just about. And I say that respectfully in a way. He's really fast in pads. I don't know about his 40 time, not so much. But with Johnny Dixon, the thing is about him is the fact that he's just there. He's just a corner that's always there. Does he win jump ball situations? I mean, it's NFL 2024. You should already know PI is a real thing. Just touching a receiver, you're going to get there. So him having his presence there a lot says a lot about him in his pro factory right there. That's what I like about him. Now, another player that's prospected is rising, especially after this draft, is Justin Emigbu out of Alabama. I like him a lot. D lineman, just more of a plug kind of guy, can stop the run. What I really do like about him is the fact that you'll have Cam Jordan, you'll have Marshawn Nealon now, and this guy right here in the middle, he just fat, man. Big dude with hands. Just slap. That's what he do, man. Move, he gonna move the offensive lineman out the club before they move him out the club. You feel me? That's just what he is. Just a plant, just a big tree, just a big dude in the middle of the way. At 169, Chu Smith-Wade. Once again, I talked about him in the other video, so I really ain't gonna expand too much on him. But I will say this, if you haven't seen it, is the fact that he's a really good press man corner. He likes to get in your face. He's very physical. Games I want you to watch if you like him: Washington versus Washington State, Oregon game. Definitely watch him there. So surprisingly, in the gaps in between when I was making these videos, I actually was watching a highlight video of him against Utah. And then I found myself kind of looking at the Utah game. And I was like, okay, he's actually not bad in the Utah game either. But then again, I also said to myself, who offensively on Utah is a threat? You know what I mean? Had to think about it. So I was like, he was decent in the Utah game if you want to look at that. All right. At pick 174, Tyron Hopper out of Mizzou. And I like him. You're going to need a linebacker for sure. That's the truth. And the thing about Mr. Hopper is the fact that he can hit and light your butt up, boy, real quick and easy. Good to go. I really wanted another linebacker around this time, but obviously in my mock, didn't see a guy that I can go after and go get. So I had to respectfully get this guy, but he's not that far off. He's probably the 7th best linebacker in this draft. Edgerrin Cooper's number 1 to me, and then Cedric Gray, and then Peyton Wilson. They those 3 right there are locked in. Then after that, you can kind of play musical chairs with the rest of the guys in the draft here and there. But yeah, Tyron Hopper's not a bad pick here. More so for depth. That's what he could be as. Brandon Coleman, offensive line, again helping out right there, interior. And then Malik Mustap out of Wake Forest. Just a very ball hawk safety. That's what you want. Obviously, in the NFL, you want somebody to end the drive, not just keep the drive going with a powerful hit. Those days are over in the NFL, man. I hate to say it, man. Man, the days of the Troy Polamalu's, oh, man. I can go on a whole rant about that. But pretty much this kind of sums up the draft for the Saints with trades. As always, guys, let me know how you feel about this mock draft. Comment. I am not ashamed. Bring the rain. Bring the Who Dat Nation. I'm with all of that. Also, honorable mention at pick 19, if he's on the board. Would you guys mind getting an edge rusher? And when I say this respectfully, I don't think that he's gonna fall this far. But if he does, I think he's gonna fall far. But I think that somebody's gonna swoop in and trade up for him because of his 40. What about Chop Robinson? Would you guys like Chop Robinson to come to your team? I didn't see him there. So I was just thinking that. That's what I was thinking about if your first overall pick. Just an honorable mention for that. That being said, hey, yo, peace out, man. Have a good day.